So guys, in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you all some of the things I wish I knew before living on my own, like before going to college and being independent and all of that. So I'm going to be sharing with you all also some of the things I implemented or some of the ways I actually dealt with some of these issues. So if you're all for that, if you want to know more, make sure you watch till the end. And also I do videos like this, like tips on certain topics, pranks, challenges and reactions to other videos. So if you're all for this sort of content, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on post notifications. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Kara, and guys, I know by the title already you know what today's video is going to be all about. So guys, I know for some of us, like we become independent or we start living on our own, like when we go to college, when we start going to college and have to leave our parents and start our life by ourselves, like start taking decisions for ourselves and all of that. So basically, like doing that for the first time could be really overwhelming. It could be like a lot of emotions. You're excited for that new journey in your life and all of that. Like there's some things you're not expecting or you're not really prepared for. And yeah, we could say experience is the best teacher. Like you could wait to experience it for yourself and learn the lessons you have to. But like for me, I actually had to experience that on my own. But like I wish I had someone who could like give me a heads up before like embarking on that journey. Like it would have saved me a lot of headaches, and yeah, much more. So basically, I'm just going to be sharing with you what I learned and what could be helpful for you all starting this journey and all of that. So yeah, let's begin. So the first thing I learned with living on my own, going to college or whatever, is that things are very expensive. Yeah, it could be cliche or it could be like, yeah, we know things are expensive, or maybe you don't, but yeah, I just said it and let's put it out there. Like things are really expensive. Like feeding is very expensive, and one thing you should know is how to cook for yourself. You should definitely learn how to make your own meals. I don't know, like learn how to cook something, because if you have to go out for lunch or breakfast and dinner at all times, trust me, that money is going to get finished like ASAP. So if you're on a low budget, you should learn how to cook your own meals. Like at least learn how to cook something. It's definitely going to help you cut costs. Like if you know this beforehand, and like you're going to save yourself a lot of money. Like you're not going to waste money, and also like you're going to be able to get through the month with like the budget you have for that month. So basically, like for me, especially if you're like a college student on a low budget, or if you're living on your own and maybe the job you're doing is not like you're not getting paid like that much, you're like on a low budget living standard, like you need to know how to plan your income for in order for you to cover your expenses for that month. So basically, if your income is probably $100 per month, yeah, you need to start by making a plan for that month. You start with your needs, like your basic needs, your, I don't know, your groceries, your personal care things, and probably, I don't know, if you need transportation to school, your bills and all of that, like the basic things that needs to be taken care of for that month, that you need to pay for at all costs, like that you're not even going to need to debate on that. You make a list of all those things and their prices or the amount you need to spend for those, and then if there's some leftovers, then you could go to your wants, that is your luxury, if I should say. Because like, and this is like a personal thing you need to do, because for some people, like I don't know, shopping could be a need. Like you'll tell me shopping could be a need, and yeah, everyone just needs to do what works for them according to your lifestyle and all of that. You're going to make a list of your needs and your wants. So actually what you need to do is after writing a list of all your needs and like putting out the amount you're going to allocate to each need, then the leftover you're going to now allocate it to your wants. Those are like your leisure, pleasures, and all of that. You're going to allocate to your wants. So, but for me, like I don't always do that. Like for the leftovers, I usually just like save it. Yeah, I usually just like save it, because like the next month you could have like your wants could be like more, your needs sorry could be like more and like over the budget. You understand? It could be like over the income. Now you go to what you had saved to like compensate it. So generally, any leftover money or any like remains from a particular month, I will usually just like save it on a piggy bank or whatever, and then it could help me to like compensate for other months if in case there are any like shortages or whatever. So yeah, that was what I did and how it helped me. Because without that, you're going to be spending money a lot, number one, and number two, you're not going to be able to finish the month with your budget. Like in 2 weeks or whatever, your money budget is going to be done. So make sure you plan and you stick to the plan. Number two, you're not going to go out as much as you think. Like this one is like so like nobody actually told me that, because you know how when you're living with your parents, like you can't wait for when you be on your own, like go out when you want, no more curfews, no more where are you, no more like nobody behind you telling you get back home, it's late and all of that. Like you just want your freedom and all of that. Yeah, partially, like to an extent you're going to have that, but you're not going to go out as much as you thought. Because basically, like I just said, things are expensive, life is expensive, you're on a low budget, like life is hard. And as much as going out is fun and all of that, like by the time you start seeing how much you actually have to go through the month, and you calculate like if I have to go out, I need to spend on this, I need to spend on that, I need to pay for this, and you're like, you're doing the math and you're like, it's not going to work. Like, where am I going to get that money to go out and spend that much and still be able to like fend for myself, like pay necessary things and go by the month? Like, they don't just add up, especially if you're on a low budget. Like, if your money is flowing everywhere and you have the means, then by all means, like go out every day, have fun, spend the money. Maybe on a low budget, you're going to have the time, you're going to have the freedom, but the fact that things are not free outside, it's not like you're going to say, oh, I have the time, let me go out to this place, let me go out to this place and have fun. No, you need to spend money, and since you're on a low budget and things are expensive, yeah, you're going to find yourself most of the time at home or at a friend's place, or yeah, just that. So be ready. Tip number three, it's going to actually become very lonely, and this is something that most people don't actually talk about. But like living on your own, like it gets very lonely at times, because especially if you're not going to school. But guys, even if you're going to school, even if you're doing like a job or whatever, but like the time you get back home and you're all to yourself, and like maybe some days you don't have like any courses and probably you're home, and since you can't like just go out or whatever, because remember, on a low budget and things are expensive, so most of the time you're just gonna be home, like Netflixing or on your social media, having like popcorn and on your bed, on your couch or whatever, like spending the day. At times, I don't know, social media won't do it, like Netflix won't do it, you're just gonna be lonely. So yeah, prepare for that. Like, have a distraction. The only thing I could say is have something to distract you. And yes, like I said, to an extent, social media could get boring. Like, you could start with distracting yourself, social media, movies, and all of that. But at some point, you need like physical interactions. So yeah, the thing I could tell you is take turns with your friends and have like movie nights, like at each other places. Of course, like going out is something else, but yeah, have like movie nights, like game nights, and take turns at each other's places. And yeah, that could be really fun, and it's on a low budget. You guys just have to make some popcorn and buy a few things, so it's definitely going to be on a low budget. So number four, you're going to be the master of your time. And this could sound like very good, like yay, I'm going to have all the time in the world, yay, I'm going to do what I want to do when I want to do, how I want to do it, yay, like we're happy for you, like I'm happy for you. But as much as it is interesting and exciting, like the reality is like it is actually a lot of work. If you have that much time and don't actually know what you're going to do with it and how you're going to use it, it's just going to go to waste. Like, you're just basically going to waste it, and it's not going to help you. So having time on your hands and being able to like do things when you want to do it, at the time that you want to do it, is like very exciting, it's very good. And yeah, but in order for it to benefit you, you need to plan things. If not, it's just going to be at your detriment. Actually, if you have things to do and maybe you said like, oh, I'm going to do it at 10, and by 10 you're like, I don't know, probably sleeping, or I don't know, you're just, or you're on your social media and like it's 10, you have to go do what you said you were going to do, but you're like it's not like I'm doing something late, so let me just do it at probably 1 p.m. I don't know, like you're just going to keep procrastinating because you think you have all the time in the world. So basically, you just, the solution to this is just be like, just plan things and allocate time to like each thing you have to do and be able to stick to it. Like, discipline yourself to stick to the time you have allocated for each task. If not, you're going to keep procrastinating and you're going to end up doing things like later than you had expected or later than you had planned. Like, it, some of you could be like, oh, so what's wrong? Like, even if I do it like later, like there's probably no big deal. But like for certain things, I don't know, they say time is money. So basically, procrastinating and postponing things is basically wasting money. So yeah, get out of your head, like just have it like written somewhere. Those are actually the tips I have for you. And also one last thing I would say is like don't be, I think it's very important for you to be able to like ask for guidance or ask for advice from elderly people, that people who have gone through that phase before you. Like I know I've just given probably 4 tips, and for me they are very important, but like someone who went through the same thing could have like these same 4 things to share with you and probably more. So like always be ready to learn from those who have gone through that process. Like everyone, like we could seem to like have gone through the same thing, but everyone has something special or something different they learn, and it could be very important for you. So yeah, always ask for advice, like before you leave the house, like before you actually have to pack and go and start living on your own or have to go for college. Make sure you ask your elderly ones, friends, sisters, brothers, parents, or whatever, like one thing they could advise you on this new journey you're beginning. And I'm sure you're going to have a lot of advice on which you could work. So yeah, thank you all for watching. It was like a pleasure to like give you all these tips and help you guys. I hope that it's going to help you guys. And yeah, comment down below like which of these things you didn't know, like it was totally unknown to you, or that you didn't see it the way I explained. Just comment down below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.